Alright, bathrobe session 183, which means I can get out of my bathrobe. Anybody remember when I used to wear a bathrobe during the bathrobe session? Stay there, just hanging up. Gotta keep your room neat. Especially I don't leave this room. This is where I live now. 24/7, like Papillon. Alright, where are we at here, Eric? Bathrobe session 183. And I'll try to soldier on. I just heard the Kardashian marriage is going away. You know what? The fact that we are interested in these people makes us bigger asses than Kim's. Alright, bathrobe. What's our backdrop?
This is the billboard from Brewster's Millions when he ran for
what's it say?
Can't it says, from here. "I'll only make things worse, and that's a promise." I thought, how awesome would that be if you actually saw that from a political candidate?
That would certainly be intriguing in these days. Alright, bathrobe session 183, now in order. The great Richard Pryor from Brewster's Millions. And that is still the best stand-up. You want to watch kids, they always say, how you doing? How do you do stand-up? Get the first one. Some of the other ones get a little shakier. They're pretty good. Don't let them tell you that Sunset Strip one is the best one, though. It's not. Get the first one that he shoots in Long Beach. And it is the Elements of Style by Strunk and White of stand-up comedy. It's brilliant. I have the elements here. No, where is it? One in my other office. Anyway, Doug from Rancho Santa Fe, California. And I think Rancho Santa Fe is a place where the people put the clean sneakers on and killed themselves to go to the Comet.
Oh, was it?
I think that's it.
The purple sneakers?
Yeah, imagine that. I don't know, if you were their neighbor and they did that, would that bug you?
Yeah.
Not me. I don't like noisy neighbors. It's almost a dream neighbor, isn't it? Very quietly in the middle of the night they put soft keds on, tennies, so you can't hear them clunking around, and then they all kill themselves to go to the Comet. It's my dream neighbor. Where are you jumping on saying, no, you don't want that to happen? Isn't that your every wish for a neighbor?
I wouldn't want all the police afterwards.
Oh, well, of course. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about them becoming fossilized in there. Even quieter. Doug from Rancho Santa Fe, California. Dennis, one of my favorite observations by the late Bill Hicks. Nothing comedians love more. Talking about other comedians. All right. Did I ever have a great observation? Maybe one thing? Maybe when I said we should piggyback mammograms onto x-ray machines at security checkpoints? Was that not a clever observation? No. Yeah, let's talk about Hicks. No, I love Bill. One of my favorite observations by the late Bill Hicks, my favorite Bill Hicks, by the way, never trust a man who starts his sentence with, here's what I think God meant by that. Was the irony of Christians opposing capital punishment when without it their religion wouldn't exist. I was YouTubing recently and happened onto a clip of you interviewing Bill Hicks on a talk show. I did not recall you hosting. What was your take on Hicks? We were friends. And I think they asked me when he died to host some documentary on him. And I passed because he wouldn't have wanted that. I just felt too much affection for Bill to get involved in bullshit like that. I think he would have thought it was just no Hicks. Jay put me on to him when we were young. He said, you know this Hicks kid? And I said, no. And they met him up at Jay's house the first time. Not Jay's new place that he still has, but he had a smaller house. Where was that? God, we used to go up the Sunset. You'd go up Highland to Sunset, make a right, and then make a left and go up into the hills. And we'd go up there at night. Everybody would meet around 12:30. It's usually Seinfeld and I and Brogan. Larry Miller would come, Jay, and we'd just have pizza and bullshit. And Hicks came one night, and I met him, and he made me, you know, Hicks was deadly. Killer insight. I thought he had gotten cleaned up, too, as far as smoking and all that, just when he died. It's one of those weird things, like Andy Kaufman dying of But maybe I'm wrong, but I thought Bill had turned a corner. I listened to his remarks that are nearly 20 years dated, and they don't seem that dated. Well, you would ordinarily say 20 years is not enough time to judge, but you're right, things do flip over easier nowadays. You know, as I said, I remember thinking that the other day as I was lining my parrot's cage with Kindles. But Hicks was just, you can check Hicks 200 years from now, it'll still work, because he's deadly funny, and he had a great attitude. And it was one of my problems with, you know, Hicks always thought Leary copped his attitude, Dennis. And he did not like that. So, you know, since I knew Hicks, I always sided with him. And, you know, I think Leary was a bit derivative of Hicks. But Hicks was the real deal, man. An ass-kicker comic in Off the Plains. Enjoy these samples of the Bathrobe Sessions, a weekly video available only to members of the DMZ, the Dennis Miller Zone, on DennisMillerRadio.com.